As dawn broke over Washington, D.C., a shocking revelation gripped the nation. Former FBI Director James Comey had posted a cryptic image on Instagram, a shadowed silhouette of man with a single word in white text, Eclipse. No caption, no context, just a stark image. Within minutes, the post went viral as millions interpreted it as a veiled threat against President Donald Trump, the newly inaugurated 47th President of the United States. The word eclipse, some claimed, was a coded signal to overshadow or eliminate the president, reigniting old tensions from Comey's tenure. By 7 a.m., screenshots flooded social media, X, TikTok, Telegram, fueling outrage. Hashtags like hashtag Comey threat and hashtag Protect47 trended globally, and the nation braced for a day of unprecedented turmoil. In the Oval Office, President Trump sat with his national security team, clutching a printed copy of the image. His face was stern, his voice low but resolute. "This isn't a coincidence," he said, eyes narrowing. "He knows what he's doing. Get me Kash Patel and Sean Curran now." By 8:15 a.m., FBI Director Kash Patel and Secret Service head Sean Curran arrived at the White House in an unmarked SUV. Trump didn't mince words. He posted a threat, then deleted it like a coward. He said, holding up the image, "You know what eclipse implies." "So does he?" Patel, face grim, nodded. "We've traced the post to his verified account, sir. Metadata shows it came from his personal phone. He tried to erase the trail, but we've got it." Curran added, "My team's already monitoring his movements, sir. We're ready to act on your orders." Trump stared out the window, then turned, his voice steady. "The American people deserve to know who's threatening their president. Move fast and make it public." By 9:30 a.m., Comey posted a follow-up on X, claiming the image was a misunderstood artistic expression and urging calm. But the public wasn't buying it. Comment sections erupted with fury. "You ran the FBI. You don't accidentally post threats." A teacher in Georgia live-streamed her reaction, tears streaming down her face. "I voted for Trump because he fights for us. How could you do this?" Across the country, reactions poured in. A farmer in Iowa paused his work to listen to the radio, whispering, "Is the president safe?" In New York, Trump supporters gathered outside Trump Tower, chanting, "We stand with 47. Arrest Comey." Behind the scenes, Comey was unraveling. His lawyers fielded frantic calls. Neighbors reported unfamiliar cars near his Virginia home, and his family received cryptic messages. At 10 a.m., Trump addressed the nation from the White House briefing room, his navy suit crisp, his red tie bold. A former FBI director, trusted to uphold justice, just threatened my life, he said, eyes locked on the camera. He thinks he's untouchable, but no one is above the law, not even James Comey. The room fell silent. Across America, families watched, some clutching each other, others praying. A retiree in Florida held his American flag, saluting the screen. "Trump's keeping his promise," he said softly. By noon, news networks, CNN, Fox, Newsmax, dropped all other stories. The Comey post dominated headlines, with analysts debating its intent. On X, a viral video showed a mother in Ohio waving a Trump 2024 flag, her voice breaking. "We just got him back. How dare they?" Threaten him again. In rural Pennsylvania, a group of workers gathered around a phone, one muttering, "This feels like 2020 all over again." At the White House, Barron Trump watched the coverage, his jaw tight. "He's not just my dad," he told aides. "He's fighting for every forgotten American." Melania, sitting quietly, asked, "Why now, Donald? Why do they keep coming for you?" Trump took her hand. "Because I'm not one of them, Melania. I never will be." At a secure FBI command center, Patel reviewed digital forensics. The post, uploaded at 6:05 a.m. from Comey's Virginia residence, was linked to a device tied to his personal Wi-Fi. "This was a mistake," Patel said, his voice low. He knew it would spread. Trump, pacing the Oval Office, asked, "What else do we have?" Patel hesitated, then revealed, "We're digging into his communications. Some unusual financial transfers, offshore accounts. It's early, but it's troubling. Trump's eyes darkened. He threatens me while hiding secrets? Keep digging. By 1 p.m., agents in an unmarked van surveilled Comey's home in McLean, Virginia. He returned from a walk, glancing nervously over his shoulder. Inside, he called his lawyer, voice shaky. It's spiraling. I didn't expect this. Outside, drones tracked his every move. In the White House Situation Room, Trump watched a live feed of the operation. I want him questioned, but I want it public, he told Curran. The people deserve transparency. Curran nodded. We'll make it happen, Mr. President. At 2:15 p.m., a breakthrough. Agents uncovered encrypted emails on a server linked to Comey's former aide, hinting at questionable lobbying deals tied to foreign entities. Patel stared at the screen, stunned. One email referenced keeping certain policies quiet to avoid scrutiny during Trump's first term. Another mentioned discreet funding for media campaigns. This goes deeper than we thought, Patel told Trump. The president's face hardened. He betrayed the country while preaching integrity. This ends now. In a quiet White House chapel, Trump knelt with Melania and Barron. Dad, Barron whispered, holding a photo of himself as a child with Trump at a rally. I prayed for you today. Trump's voice cracked. I never wanted this fight, but God gave it to me. I'll finish it for you, for America. Melania's eyes glistened. As they rose, Curran called, He's on the move, sir. Black SUV, one bag. Trump kissed Barron's forehead. It's time. At 3:20 p.m., agents intercepted Comey's vehicle near Tysons Corner. For SUVs box him in, lights flashing. Comey stepped out slowly, hands raised, his face pale but defiant. You're making a mistake, he said. Agents found a prepaid phone and $10,000 in cash inside the SUV. No passport, no weapons. Trump watched the scene unfold via satellite, Barron at his side. Don't hurt him, Trump ordered, but don't let him slip away. By 4 p.m., X and Truth Social exploded with grainy footage of the stop, filmed by a bystander. They got Comey, the voice gasped. Hashtags like hashtag Justice for 47 and hashtag Eclipse Exposed surged. In Texas, a grandmother live-streamed, sobbing, I lost my son to crime they ignored. Trump's fighting for us. In Arizona, a veteran saluted his TV. He kept his word. Outside the White House, thousands gathered, holding signs. Thank you, President Trump, and end the corruption. In a secure D.C. facility, Comey sat in a holding room, handcuffed, silent. Trump entered, placing the printed Eclipse image on the table. You thought you could scare me, Trump said, voice low. I have a family, a country to protect. You cross a line. Comey stared at the floor, jaw tight. You've twisted everything, he muttered. Trump leaned closer. You wore a badge, swore an oath, and betrayed it. The people will see the truth. He turned to Patel and Curran. File charges, but let it play out publicly. No shadows. At 5:30 p.m., Trump addressed the nation, flag behind him, no notes. Today, a man who vowed to serve you threatened your president, he said. He failed before and he's failed again. This isn't about me. It's about the workers, the parents, the dreamers who've been lied to. They mocked you, but I promise, the truth is coming. Tears flowed nationwide. A letter arrived at the White House, handwritten on faded paper. Dear President Trump, my daughter was killed in 2021 by a criminal they let go. She was 19, wanted to be a nurse. Today, I cried because you remembered us. Keep fighting. Sarah, Nevada. Trump held it close, silent. By 6:45 p.m., Comey's legal team released a video. Pale, in a plain shirt, he spoke. I made an error. Eclipse was art, not a threat. I'm sorry for the confusion. The backlash was swift. You don't misjudge as FBI director. A new hashtag, hashtag We Remember Laura, emerged tied to the Nevada letter story. In Tennessee, an elderly man, John, clutched a photo of his son, lost to violence in 2020. They buried his case, he whispered. Trump's uncovering it. He mailed a note. Thank you, Mr. President. Don't stop. At 7:30 p.m., a retired FBI agent, Mark Tanner, appeared on cable news, voice trembling. "I was told to drop cases under Comey's watch," he said. "Not for justice, for politics." He listed incidents: a smuggling ring ignored, a fraud probe stalled. The interview went viral, spurring citizens to revisit old crimes. Patel received files showing Comey's team delayed immigration enforcement reports, costing lives. "The people aren't angry," Trump told Patel. "They're awake." As night fell, Comey faced charges, threats, obstruction, and America watched united as justice unfolded.